Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today and joining me for this reading. Today, we're going to explore what the week of November 29th to December 5th will bring you. In this group reading, we're going to explore, of course, what you can expect of the week, those challenges, those obstacles, but more importantly, how you're going to be able to overcome them. Raise your vibration and reach for those opportunities and possibilities that the week offers you. And it's crazy that we're entering into December. 2020 has been a roller coaster for us, and we now have weeks left of this year. It's a little hard to believe, and at the same time, many of us are looking forward to the end of 2020. What I want to do is look at how we can maintain that high vibration, how we can make shifts and changes in our individual life that will help us to overcome that global impact and bring in some opportunities of fulfillment and joy. And I don't know about you guys, but I could use a little extra fulfillment and a lot more joy right now. The decks, well, I kind of went off on a limb here. We're getting into December, so I went with the Winter Waite Tarot. I found this deck late last year. It was a Kickstarter program, and I couldn't wait. It adds that flair of the holidays, but what's more, it has that wintry feel. Here in Canada, where I am, we have snow, so I'm really feeling that Winter Waite vibe. I've then paired it with the Enchanted Map Oracle. Like I said, we need that direction for fulfillment and joy. And I find that the Enchanted Map really does map it out really well for us. And like always, I have links below to both these fantastic decks. So should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. The selections this week, I went with that tiger iron to help with that stability. Some rose quartz with that much needed love. And one of my favorite crystals, the Auralite crystal, and it's kind of that jack of all trades crystal. I really do appreciate this one because it's one of the few crystals you don't have to clear and charge. It does it for you. It really is a fantastic super crystal. What I want you to do is choose whichever crystal has caught your eye throughout this introduction. It may not be your favorite crystal, but whichever crystal you keep looking at and can't keep your eyes off of. Then go into the description box below. There you're going to find some timestamps. Click on the correlating timestamp to your crystal. It will take you straight to your reading, and I will see you there, my friends. Hello and welcome, my Tiger Iron friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full decks of both the tarot and the oracle cards. Plus, in the introduction, I forgot my Sovereign Oracle. And this week, we're going to be using the Creative Visions version, hard to say, Creative Visions version of the deck for this week. All right, without further ado, let's see what the week holds for my Tiger Iron friends. What can my Tiger Iron friends expect from the week of November 29th through to December 5th? Follow the leader. It's time to make some headway on that journey. Make some changes and stick to the path. Like any path, you can see here, it dips and turns and goes ups and downs and loop-de-loops. Well, that's life. We need to make some changes and shifts so we can see this path more clearly. This week offers us that opportunity. We just need to be mindful and open to these opportunities and to these directions. Let's see if we can get some more clarity. We can add to this follow the leader. What should my Tiger Iron friends focus in on this week? Mastery. Where have you put the hours? Focus in on that. Some things take time to build. Be patient with yourself. Get the right teacher for your area of study. And follow the leader. There's always a leader and a follower, and that will change throughout your life, just as teachers and supporters change. We need to focus in on our journey and the path and task at hand. When we have that present and focused energy, followed in by action, well, that's when we are open to those opportunities. We can see them and take them, should we choose. Let's look at this week a little bit more. What can my Tiger Iron friends expect from the beginning of the week? The Three of Swords. The beginning of this week, we're going to be embraced by that heartache and pain. Past experiences, past challenges are going to come up and, well, you're going to have to face them. These past experiences, of course, highlights the need to focus in on this path. Focus in on that life-giving rather than that pain and heartache. Our ego is going to start to flare up, and we need to combat it, taking care of us. One of the ways that we can do this is a meditation that I did with Archangel Metatron many months ago. Archangel Metatron and I, we look at releasing this pain, this heartache. And that's what we need to focus in on, especially at the beginning of the week. We need to build ourselves up and strengthen us, not get sucked into this heartache. And of course, this meditation will help with releasing some of this heartache, rebalancing you and grounding you so you feel stronger to take this on. Let's go on to the middle of the week. What does the middle of the week bring my Tiger Iron friends? The Ace of Pentacles. That growth, that abundance that we need. It grounds us. When we take that time for us and we work on us, we start to plant little seeds within us. And our garden, it starts to grow. Different aspects and pieces start to emerge. And we feel stronger and more able to take on some of this pain, some of this heartache, those challenges. The middle of the week, we're going to have that, you'll find that the heartache and pain lessen, especially as you put those hours and that time into you. When you give back to yourself, that growth occurs. You don't have that ego-driven mentality. You're open to some higher vibrational support, that guidance, that wisdom. We're going to start to see that path come to fruition. What about the end of the week? What does the end of the week bring my Tiger Iron friends? Now, something I should mention, the beginning of the week here, we have the full beaver moon. We can use that to our advantage with some of this healing and release, and to support us with that fertile energy to get things going again. The full beaver moon rises. Actually, it rises with an eclipse as well. So we're going to have some doors slamming, which is going to cause this. But it rises on the 30th of November. So we're looking right at the beginning of the week. Hence that heartache and pain. But we still have that divine feminine flowing in to the middle of the week. The full moon's energy can be felt 2 days before and 2 days after that full moon. We need to use that to our advantage to see these two really shine. Dulling out that pain, gaining the knowledge. You gotta remember, guys, the swords, they're about knowledge. It's us who have attached that pain and heartache to those situations and events that have caused us to get so stuck. It feels so heavy. We can use the knowledge, release the feelings of heartache and pain so that we can move forward, adding further understanding to this growth, further understanding to our path. We break a cycle and a pattern with knowledge. Oh yes, not all doom and gloom, although the pony looks a little frozen. The Sun, the 19th card in the Major Arcana. It really warms up your week. It lessens and dulls the pain here. However, this is a big however, guys, we have that ability for some amazing growth, some amazing opportunities. It's up to us to take it. We need to learn and break that pattern so we don't end up back here. When we break the pattern, we can heal more fully and grow more substantially because we're releasing that pain and we're not going to revisit it by similar or the same actions repeated. This week offers us that amazing shift. Like I said before, it's up to us to take it. So of course, the end of the week, we're looking at that sun coming out, things starting to warm up, and you're going to feel that embrace, that loving embrace of the universe. December may start off rocky, but as we get into it, things are starting to look better. So let's look at the challenge of the week. What challenge will my Tiger Iron friends face for the week of November 29th through to December 5th? The Four of Wands. That stability and that passion. We're really going to be impacted by that pain. We're going to feel unstable. We're going to feel unworthy of this. It's going to be a challenge. However, a challenge, it's something that we need to overcome. We need to take that time for us. So when we're feeling this pain and this heartache, we need to be focusing in on stabilizing us and strengthening us. One of the ways that we can strengthen and ground ourselves, especially as things start to get really painful and we're getting caught up in that heartache and fear, is a meditation that I did with Archangel Ariel. It's a grounding meditation. It's a very gentle meditation that's going to help with some of that release and that stabilization that we so desperately need. When we're grounded, that's when you're going to see that the Four of Wands turns from a challenge to a support. The more grounded and stable we feel, the more invigorated we're going to be. We're going to find inspiration. That passion is going to ignite and support us with that growth. The Four of Wands, of course, is a rite of passage card. We're going to see that shift, those opportunities that this path, our journey, is offering us. It's up to us to be observant and put that work into it. Additionally, another meditation that you may want to try is one with Archangel Uriel that I did. It helps with reconnecting in and revitalizing that inner passion and your courage, because it's going to take a lot of courage to take that on. Until we have that stability and that groundedness, you're going to find that your passions, well, they're going to dwindle. That fire is going to be squished, and you're going to feel almost, well, stuck or penned in. You're not going to be able to move. You're going to be tethered to that spot. You're going to miss out on some of these amazing opportunities and possibilities. That stagnation, it's only going to bring in the tower. We have free will right now, and we can make some choices that are for our greater good. Let's go on to some blessings. What blessing can my Tiger Iron friends embrace for the week of November 29th through to December 5th? Compass. This week does offer us a lot of direction. That support and guidance is essential. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. Those are a gift from the universe. We need to embrace these ideas, these supports, to gain further guidance and understanding on where we need to go, and what's more, how we need to get there. This week does help us with that direction and helps us with that understanding, should we want to embrace it and be open to it. One ring circus. Definitely feeling that burn right now. Feeling like things are about to topple. We need to ask for the help and support that we need to get us through, to lessen that burden, so we have some time and energy for us, strengthening us so we're more open to these amazing possibilities, these amazing experiences that December is going to offer us. We need to strengthen us to allow us to be more open to what is to come in the weeks ahead. The more support we're open to, the less scary things become. And we can gain that support from the high vibrational beings and also our physical support team, our friends, our family, our loved ones. They can help out with this heartache. They can help out in embracing this time of growth, shifting you from that low vibration to the high. When we're in a high vibration, of course, those opportunities and those possibilities, they're more within our reach. We feel stronger and more able to engage and partake in that opportunity. So we're going to end off on any further guidance, wisdom, and support that we can offer my Tiger Iron friends for the week of November 29th through to December 5th. To reaffirm that we need to declutter and release some of that burden. The 10 of Wands, that quintessential, you are working way harder than you should be card. Relinquishing some of that false control we have by doing things and doing everything for everybody. Rather than taking the time, connecting into our courage, dealing with what is most important. We can't keep avoiding by putting our head down and doing, well, stuff for other people. Overworking us, and of course, overburdening us. We're adding extra where we can't handle any extra. We need to focus in at the task at hand. the Hierophant, the 5th card in the Major Arcana. Of course, we're looking at that teacher, that support, and most importantly, the Keeper of Keys. When we reach out, and it was brought up in this Mastery card, we reach out to those teachers, to those supports, they'll be able to guide us in new areas, guide us to information that highlights this path, that makes sense and starts to help you connect some dots. Sometimes we, again, like to avoid because we don't want to deal with the matter at hand, which limits what knowledge and understanding we have about what we're dealing with. Teachers come in many forms. We need to be open to the information that people are sharing, that beings are sharing with us. We may not feel like we can deal with it right now, but as you start to write down what people are suggesting, what teachers are suggesting, what high vibrational beings are suggesting, you're going to start to see a pattern. You're going to start to see that path emerge. We were never meant to do this journey alone, nor should we. The more we connect into that pathway, well, the Hierophant starts to open those doors. You start to see that path, that opportunity more clearly. And you're more able, like I said, to take that step and embrace that opportunity and that possibility. Now, the Hierophant is the 5th card in the Major Arcana. We have the 50th card right above it and the 15th card right beside it. When you start to see those multiple 5s, the angels are telling you a positive change is coming your way, and that you should get excited for this new adventure, which is very clear and really reinforces what we're talking about. Getting out of that stuck heartache and fear and starting to engage and embrace some amazing aspects and pieces that are right in front of us, but we're not noticing, we're not embracing. And finally, the Page of Cups. I love this page. I really enjoy this rendition of the Page of Cups with the holly and the red and green, and they kept the fishy hat. I love that hat. And that same expression of, I am owning my fish in the cup. That flexibility and the creativity that the Page of Cups has, well, those are 2 words and skills that are going to be invaluable in embracing this path. That flexibility and understanding that what we think we want may not be on this journey. What we think we should be doing, or what's more, how we think that things should unfold in a certain way. Having that flexibility to roll with it and learn from it. And what's more, using your creativity to support you in creating a solution that is meaningful for you. It may not be what you really want or what you expected. However, that solution, it's meaningful and fulfilling for you. And what's more, it's a high vibrational solution. Pages, of course, are that childlike, innocent energy. And we need that innocence. We need that lack of experience and heartache that's going to slow us down. That playful, fun energy, it's going to go a long way in reducing that pain and embracing this growth. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really does help people find me on the sea of YouTube, which helps to shift the vibration of us collectively a lot faster. We have more people working from that center of light and love. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel. I've got so much more coming your way, especially throughout the month of December. You don't want to miss any of it. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell. If you did enjoy this video and want to support me in making more, I do have a Patreon page. I've got lots of tiers and perks, and those perks, of course, you're looking at private readings and healings just for you. Plus, I have a Patreon exclusive library of videos just for my supporters. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Tiger Iron friends. Hello and welcome, my Rose Quartz friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full decks of the Tarot and the Oracle cards. And plus, I forgot in the introduction, I'm also going to be using the Sovereign Oracle as well for a little bit of added guidance just for you. And this version, this is the Creative Visions expansion. I wanted to expand out this week and check out another deck. So, without further ado, let's see what the week holds for my Rose Quartz friends. What can my Rose Quartz friends expect from the week? Well, of November 29th through to December 5th. Stuck in the muck, or stuck in the mud. I like muck more fun. I think it's a funner word. We're feeling that burn. We're feeling that pressure and burden. It's time to get unstuck and get connected back into some high vibration, some joy, some love, and most importantly, some fulfillment. This week offers us that ability. It's up to us to embrace it and, well, get ourselves unstuck. No one else will do it for us. And if the universe needs to, it will come in and strike you with the tower, zapping you in the butt to get you going. We need to have that movement. It's not just movement for movement's sake. We do need to get us going and get us out of this rut. Let's get some further guidance on this. What should my Rose Quartz friends focus in on this week? Treasure. One woman's trash is another woman's collage material. Experiences are the true riches of any endeavor. Collect things that will later support boundless creation. We need to be thinking outside the box. What is going to work for one person isn't going to work for us. We need to use that creativity to get ourselves unstuck so that we don't get stuck again. When we have solutions that are tailor-made for us, that we are connected into and are invested in, we are unlikely to get restuck. We're starting to break patterns and create new pathways. And that is what this week is going to bring us. So let's look at this week a little bit more, because there are going to be hidden treasures everywhere. We need to be present and mindful to our surroundings so that we can access some of these amazing opportunities to help us create some fantastic alternatives and create new paths. What can my Rose Quartz friends expect from the beginning of the week? All right, you guys are stuck too long. The Tower. The universe is going to aid you in this shift and this change. The Tower is the 16th card in the Major Arcana, and we're looking at some changes occurring. The universe is going to zap you in the butt and is going to support you in making changes. We have to get unstuck. This perpetuating, circling motion of low vibrational heartache and fear is not serving you. You have different aspects that have penned you in. Think of it as your ego building a wall right in front of you. You're not able to get over it because there's a wall in front of you. The tower, however, can crash and pummel that wall, so you're able to make better choices, personalized choices, creating solutions that are more meaningful for us. We get caught up in that fear and that heartache that our ego is spewing. The woe is me and victim mentality. When we do that, we miss out on some opportunities. Depending on how much we're going to embrace the tower and how much we're prepared for this change, will really impact how painful the tower strike is for us. We need to make sure that we are open for change and that we're ready to release aspects and pieces that aren't serving us, that are creating false walls within us and in our journey. Let's go on to the middle of the week. What does the middle of the week bring my rose quartz friends? No one likes to see the tower. However, when you embrace the tower, sometimes that change and shift, well, we needed the tower to support you in that change and shift because it was a leap of faith or a change that you were really struggling with. The 9 of Cups. The middle of the week, we're going to be able to take some time to focus in on what is working. Those aspects and pieces that the tower never touched. These are aspects and pieces that are going right. They're the pieces that we need to use to help us break patterns and ensure that we don't need the tower to come back in again. Using those aspects and pieces that are going right and using them to our advantage to ensure that we do break this pattern, that we connect in to that high vibration rather than getting stuck again in that victim mentality. It's very clear we can't just stop and do the woe is me card. We need to keep moving. We need to find that treasure, that happiness within what we currently have. Because the universe is going to take away some of the pieces and aspects that we don't need, that aren't serving us. Let's go on to the end of the week. What does the end of the week bring my rose quartz friends? Strength, the 8th card in the major arcana. We're looking at creating that solution that is all your own. When we take that deep breath and we exhale and realize that yes, we are in control, we are the only ones who can do this, we use our natural skills and abilities, we're able to pull things together, create that solution that will work for you. It may not work for anybody else, but we're using our skills, our talents and abilities in ways that no one else can. Additionally, when we tap into that high vibrational energy, gain added guidance and support, we are able to create a solution that is full of abundance and rewards. Now, the Strength card, and it's not in this version of the deck, in the original card that Pamela Coleman Smith drew, there was an infinity symbol above the maiden's head, and there was a hidden infinity symbol created with a floral garland that goes around the maiden's waist and around the lion's head. That universal connection is essential. Additionally, we have the Nine of Cups. That intuitional energy, it's part of that stepping stone, part of what you're going to create your solution from. We need that guidance. We need that support to get us away from this. This is not serving us. We need to create that path. We don't know where or how to do that right now. That high vibrational support, that wisdom, it's going to be essential in rebuilding from that tower strike and creating that solution that is meaningful for you. Now, let's go on to the challenge. I hate to do it, but the tower isn't our challenge. It's actually part of what the week is going to bring you, is that, well, shift and kick in the pants to get out of this muck. What challenge will my rose quartz friends face for the week of November 29th through to December 5th? I can't help but notice that we have two major arcanas sandwiching the Nine of Cups. Those major life shifts need to be built from that intuitional guidance. That's going to support you in making something more fulfilling, more meaningful for you. The Seven of Cups. Illusion and confusion. Well, we're going to find that our ego amplifies that veil that has settled in throughout the world, that's built in heartache and fear. Adding to that, some illusion and uncertainty. We're not entirely sure how to go forward after this tower strike. And your ego is going to amplify that woe is me, the heartache, the fear, the pain, to cause stagnation rather than growth. We need to take that deep breath, and something that will really support you in this week is grounding yourself, stabilizing you within you, balancing you, so you feel more able to take on the tower, to take on your ego. One of the ways that you can create this stability within yourself is a meditation that I did a couple of weeks ago with Archangel Lumiel. We looked at that stability. And that stability, well, it's going to go a long way in connecting in to where it is we need to go. Creating that path and solution that is just for you. One of the ways we can do that is through a meditation I did many weeks ago with Archangel Christiel, where we tapped in to that pathway and how you need to go forward. These are both meditations that will help with that balance. They will help with that groundedness, as I ensure that I ground you really well after we have that healing meditation. Easy tools that you can add in during your week to help build you up, strengthen you, and rejuvenate you after you've had some pretty hard knocks this week. Let's go on to some blessings. What blessing can my rose quartz friends embrace for the week of November 29th through December 5th? Talisman. Gaining that support and guidance from different tools within our life. So whether that be something like divinational cards or a pendulum or crystals. Having that external support will help with that stability, will help get you over this challenge and get you unstuck. We are not alone. We were never meant to do this journey alone. And having that guidance forward will support you. Having that support of external pieces, it does help a lot. For that stability, of course, something like tiger iron, that is a fantastic grounding crystal. For that connection, something like selenite or angelite, fantastic. If you don't have a big crystal collection, I would suggest something as simple as clear quartz. It's easy and cheap and cheerful to find. And tiger iron, again, it's pretty easy to find. These are easy crystals that you can find in a lot of places that aren't going to, break the bank. There are some crystals that do break the bank, and we don't always need them as much as we think we do. Going simple, it does help to, declutter things. One ring circus. Yeah, that's kind of what it's going to feel like. We're going to feel like we're balancing things on balancing things, and that we're trying to juggle while doing it all. We need to be patient with ourselves, be patient with our journey. Taking that time for you, rejuvenating and strengthening you along this process. This is not going to be a one trick or 1 hour aspect. We need to let things unfold, and we need to take care of us as they unfold. Making sure we set positive boundaries for ourselves, with ourselves, and with others. We can't do it all. We do need to ask for help, and we may have to say the N word. I know it's dreaded, but we can do it. No. I know, crazy, right? It's a 2-letter word. However, many of us fear it. Sometimes we have to let people know we can't do it all. Those boundaries, they're going to be really important for you. Let's go on and end off on any further guidance, wisdom, and support that we can share with my rose quartz friends for the week of November 29th through December 5th. The Lovers, the 6th card in the Major Arcana. We are not alone, nor should we try and do this alone. We have that support. This can symbolize that special somebody in your life or special people in your life. The Lovers is about that connection. If you are in a relationship, don't be afraid to ask for the help. They're going to be aware of this situation. Ask for that help. Ask and be open to their help. It may not be the way you do it. However, it's still support. It helps to lessen some of that burden. Additionally, here we have Archangel Raphael. And of course, we have that healing archangel. Being open for that healing and that nurturing. It's going to be essential. Now, if you are not in a relationship, that's okay. Please don't just go out and get one. This is about those relationships that are meaningful. They too will be aware of this because they are connected and invested in your life. Friends and family can support you just like a special somebody or a lover. We need that connection and that commitment. That's what this card is talking about. We need that added support now more than ever. The King of Pentacles, Midas touch himself. Even though things may feel dark and bleak and you don't understand this journey, and you don't understand how there's going to be further abundances because the tower just struck you hard, there are. The King of Pentacles ensures that that growth brings that prosperity. We need to bring down aspects that are not working so we have space for that growth. That growth, you're going to see that abundance. It's going to flourish. It may take a little bit of time. However, there is abundance coming forward. Additionally, you may find some abundance from that strike, from that challenge. People helping you out, giving you that reprieve to nurture you, to allow things to grow. The Eight of Swords. Of course, we're looking at that heartache and pain penning us in. I said earlier, we cannot get caught up in that victim mentality, the woe is me. If we do, we're going to find those swords penning us in even more. We're going to get ourselves stuck even further. We need to be open to moving forward, open to the help, and focusing in on that positive. Now, we do have double eights here. The 8th card in the Major Arcana, and then the 8 of Swords. In multiple 8, the angels are telling you that abundance and prosperity is coming your way. You need to stay true to your passions. Really reinforcing that Midas touch. It may feel, especially initially, that, well, the world comes to an end. Take that deep breath and acknowledge it didn't come to an end. And there are abundances that you can focus in on, that you can allow to grow and nurture. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. I know it's not a happy video. However, this is a week where you can see some movement and some growth. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really does help people find me on the sea of YouTube, which helps to shift the vibration of us collectively a lot faster. We have more people working from that center of light and love. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel. I've got so much more coming your way, especially throughout the month of December. You don't want to miss any of it. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell. If you did enjoy this video and want to support me in making more, I do have a Patreon page. I've got lots of tiers and perks. And those perks, of course, you're looking at private readings and healings just for you. Plus, I have a Patreon exclusive library of videos just for my supporters. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my rose quartz friends. Hello and welcome, my Auralite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full tarot and oracle decks here, so you get the most comprehensive reading for you. And in the introduction, I forgot to mention that I was going to be using a sovereign oracle. This deck is the Creative Visions version of the extension pack for the sovereign oracle, which adds that extra little kick of support and guidance for your week. And well, without further ado, let's look at this guidance and this support for my Auralite friends. What can my Auralite friends expect from the week of November 29th through to December 5th? Goblins. It's kind of an odd card that is going to highlight our week. But when you look at it, you're going to see how important it is. Goblins, well, they symbolize fear, that darkness. And I'm not going to summarize goblins all into one basket that they're all evil. So please don't comment that I'm being critical of goblins. But it's that symbol of fear. Now, this is also the 5th card in the Oracle deck. In Tarot and Oracle, 5s are always a conflictuary number, one that we are challenged with. We have that fear and that challenge. We're going to be facing our fears this week. And that is what this week is going to bring you. We need to choose the love over the fear so we can have movement for ourselves. Shifting us away from this darkness and fear into something high vibrational, meaningful, and that brings us abundance. This doesn't bring us abundance. This adds to that fear-mongering and low vibration, that stuckness that we're feeling. Let's get a little bit more clarity with the Sovereign Oracle. What should my Auralite friends focus in on this week? Collection. Create a body of work. Create a body of work. Explore and collect creations of other artists for inspiration. Gather the financial resources to take it to the next stages. Seems like a weird card until you start to look at it. We need to focus in on that creativity, not on that fear. When we start to get out of our head and get out of that repetitive, swirling thought, we're able to create solutions, access those amazing opportunities that are there. We're getting out of our head and we're getting out of our way. And the best way to do that is through creativity, expressing ourselves through our creative means, no matter what that creativity looks like for you. And creativity can be anything. It's something that you enjoy doing, that when you do it, you don't realize the time that has passed. You're not focusing in on those expectations, those demands, that fear, and that heartache. You're focused in on your task at hand. You start to get some amazing insight while you're working. That's when those aha moments come in. When we express ourselves through creative means, no matter what that creativity looks like, we give the universe and those high vibrational beings the opportunity to support us in ways that we can't even think of right now. Not only do they bring light to opportunities and solutions that we can't even fathom, additionally, it opens us up for further insight and guidance. So that creativity, whether it is art inspired or not, it doesn't matter. Whatever brings you that joy, gets you out of your head and out of this fear and heartache, that's what we need to focus in on a lot this week. We need to shift. We need to work on us. We need to get unstuck for our greater good. So let's look at this week a little bit more. What can my Auralite friends expect from the beginning of the week? The Three of Wands. It is time to get going, my friends. Like I said, we need to start to put action to things. We need to get unstuck. And the best way to do that, we've got that want, that creative, passionate energy. When we take the time for ourselves, we get into that creativity. We start to see those opportunities come forward. Solutions sometimes even come to us. We need to start this process off on day 1. Additionally, right about here is where we have the full beaver moon. We have that divine feminine energy supporting us, nurturing us, and adding that fertile energy to our creation, which just amplifies all that we're trying to achieve right now. We need to start off right at the beginning of the week with this creativity. And if we need, scheduling in time for you to participate and engage in these activities. You don't have to plan out hours and hours and hours. Just a little bit of time here and there will help to ground you, stabilize you, and restore some strength back to you. We do rejuvenate when we're participating in these creative endeavors. Let's go on to the middle of the week. What does the middle of the week bring my Auralite friends? Haha, right on. The sun. Let us shift from the darkness to the light. When we start working on what is truly meaningful and brings us joy, shockingly enough, the universe brings it back. The sun. This is the 19th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about that joy and that love. It truly does burn away some of these shadows, this fear, by the use of unconditional universal love. That is what this card stands for. It doesn't matter which way it comes out of your deck. The sun doesn't really lose its luster. It adds the warmth and the joy that we're looking for. So we're going to see things truly shift in the middle of the week. Now the sun will shine brighter the more we're able to, get ourselves unstuck through that creative endeavor. The more time you give yourself working on that creativity, getting yourself out of these swirling thoughts and more into what's going to be life-giving to you, the stronger and brighter the sun will shine in the middle of the week. Let's go on to the end of the week. Whoa! Well, now I have a card on the floor. What does the end of the week bring my Auralite friends? They're getting really excited now. You pull the sun, and yeah, that's it. They're excited. Okay, gotta go under the table. Okay, not too far, which is good. Oh, I love this rendition of the Emperor. It's corny, and it doesn't really feel right, but at the same time, I think everybody's had that crazy uncle or dad or grandpa who dressed up as Saint Nick. The end of the week brings the Emperor, the 4th card in the Major Arcana, and we're looking at that stability, that groundedness and strength that's only going to support us with further growth. Like I said earlier, the more work you put in, especially at the beginning of the week, the more power you're giving to these 2 cards. And these 2 cards are Major Arcana, which means that you're looking at a major life shift. Does not mean that we're looking at a leap of faith. All I'm suggesting is that you participate and give yourself time to engage in something that you love doing. How crack-a-lackin' am I, right? This is not major life shift. You're going to get insight and direction. And if it's too much, you can ask for a gentler slope. You do not need to have that leap of faith. We have that guidance and support of the high vibrational beings, and your team will know whether or not you can make that jump. You can ask, like I said, for a gentler jump or slope, so you have that stable, consistent growth, where you don't feel so out on a limb or being blown around. The universe will still support you with small baby steps. It's movement, and movement is what the universe wants. So, the end of the week, you are looking at that stability, that foundation of the Emperor. It's going to help us with further growth and further development in the weeks to come. So, that's what the week looks like. Let's look at the challenge. What challenge will my Auralite friends face for the week of November 29th through December 5th? Yeah, is that surprising? The ego, or the devil, which is the 15th card in the Major Arcana. Again, another Major Arcana, guys. This is a big week for you. It may not feel like a big week. We're just transitioning into December. However, it still is. The devil. Of course, your ego is going to be flaring up. This is not what your ego wants. This is what your ego loves. This is your ego incarnate. That low vibrational, dark stuckness. You get stuck in here, and it's really hard to get out. It's really hard to embrace that light, to see how to go forward. We are going to have to battle our ego a bit here. However, when in doubt, go back to that creativity. Try some grounding. You need to strengthen you and your willpower. You can do this. We have the sun right in the middle of the week. It gives us added strength and added love to nurture us. Where we're having the full moon here, the sun continues that warmth. When you look at the two energies, a full moon, that's divine feminine energy. The sun, divine masculine. Now, a full moon is the two of them working in correlation together, and it's a balance between the two. In the middle of the week, we're transitioning from that more balanced feminine energy to a very masculine one of strength and stability. And that's what we need to focus in on, is that stability and ensuring that we feel stable through grounding and centering ourselves. One of the ways that we can work on that stability is through a meditation I did many weeks ago with Archangel Sandalphon. It's a rebalancing meditation. However, Archangel Sandalphon is very much connected to our root chakra and to our fifth dimensional Earth Star chakra. These are very grounding and stable chakras. He can support us in stabilizing us and rebalancing us to strengthen, us to deal with that yucky devil, which I kind of find funny that he's pink. Very masculine. Anyway, do we have the devil? We have that ego-driven instability. We need to balance that out and combat it with stability. That will help us overcome the challenges that we're facing. Because a lot of the challenges that you're going to face during the week are going to be stemming and coming from that ego-driven energy. Let's go into some blessings. What blessing can my Auralite friends embrace for the week of November 29th through to December 5th? Field of Dreams. We want to move from the goblins to the Field of Dreams. We are the only ones holding ourselves back. and it is up to us to get going on this journey, allowing us to grow and thrive, to have abundances and magic throughout our day, amplifying our ability to create further abundances, miracles, and to access those manifestations that will help us out the most. Like I said, we're the only ones holding ourselves back right now. Wide open. It's time to be open to those messages, to that guidance that will help us out the most right now. We are not alone. Sometimes we feel like we're alone, however, we're not. We need to, again, access the supports that are out there, both on the physical level and spiritual. When we shut ourselves down and recluse ourselves and get stuck in this fear and heartache, we miss out on these amazing opportunities, this magic that is all around us. When we take that deep breath and we are open to the ideas, to those messages, to that support, you'll be amazed at what you'll get back. And like I said, if you feel that the slope or jump is too much, ask for ways to modify it so that it's a gentler and more manageable task. We don't feel like we're out of control. We have that stability, which means that we're able to maintain and sustain the changes that we're making. We don't want to revert back to old patterns. We want to be able to rely on the skills and abilities that we're learning now, those tools that are helping us out. We go to them rather than back to what never served us in the first place. Being open to those messages and understanding that some of those messages are going to contradict where we're going right now. We're not on the right path or the right track. We do need to make some changes and shifts for our greater good that will, of course, impact that collective energy. Let's go on to any further insight, wisdom, and guidance that we can share with my Auralite friends for the week of November 29th through December 5th. The Ace of Cups, the Holy Grail. It is within our reach, should we shift that energy. Rather than focusing in on the heartache and that pain and that stuckness, we focus in on our creativity. We focus in on those life-giving aspects, allowing that sun to burn away and dispel that darkness. When we do that, we're starting to grasp that Holy Grail. We're starting to drink some of the yummy hot chocolate. We're giving back to ourselves. And, of course, when we give to ourselves and strengthen ourselves, we inspire and encourage those around us to do the same, which helps to raise everybody's vibration. Because when you start to do it, others will follow suit through modeling. You're showing them how to raise your vibration, how to focus in and get some amazing rewards. The universe rewards us for hard work. So other people will see that. They too will want it. They'll start to raise their vibration and you'll start to feed off of theirs because you're like, oh, see, this is amazing. Let's keep going. Oh yeah, let's do this. We've got this. The shift in perspective really does help with shifting on a global level. The Five of Cups. Of course, it talks about focusing in on aspects and pieces that are not working for you. I just said We have aspects and pieces that aren't serving us. And some of this insight and guidance is going to contradict what we currently are doing. And that's okay. We need to focus in on these two upright cups, which is going to be that life-giving aspect. We don't need to do major life shifts. We can do small, steady steps. It will help with a stable progression. Now, we do have the Five of Cups and the fifth card in the Oracle deck. When you have that multiple five, the angels are telling you that a positive change is coming your way. You need to stay true to your path and true to yourself. The more we're true to ourselves and we're working on those creative endeavors, those passions, those life-giving aspects, well, the more we're going to see those Two of Cups really light up and give back to us. And finally, the Ten of Wands. Many of us really, well, this is kind of sums up how we're functioning right now. Head down, just get it done. We just need to get 2020 done. If we keep functioning from that mentality, we're going to miss out on some amazing aspects, some amazing pieces that are going to serve you. They're going to bring in more abundance, more joy, and most importantly, more fulfillment in our day. We need to ease that burden and ensure that we're not burning ourselves out or getting so caught up with our blinders on and functioning from that low vibration that we miss out. Balance is essential. Taking care of you is essential to ensure that you have and maintain the stability of your everyday life while bringing in components and elements that will bring more fulfillment to your day, that help you connect in to these two cups. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really does help people find me on the sea of YouTube, which helps to shift the vibration of us collectively a lot faster. We have more people working from that center of light and love. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel. I've got so much more coming your way, especially throughout the month of December. You don't want to miss any of it. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell. If you did enjoy this video and want to support me in making more, I do have a Patreon page. I've got lots of tiers and perks, and those perks, of course, you're looking at private readings and healings just for you. Plus, I have a Patreon exclusive library of videos just for my supporters. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Auralite friends.